Liberia, as a country, only 30% of the population have access to electricity. And within that 30%, you have approximately 6% of them in the rural communities. So that's when that energy access across Liberia is really, really challenging. My name is Nelson Papi Koliswa. Eco Energy is basically focused on the distributions of solar products across remote villages in Liberia. We have succeeded in distributing over 900 solar kits across the 5 counties. So if you look at the average household size in Liberia is around 5, so you're talking about approximately 4,500 people across Liberia who have benefited from our solution. Growing up in Bone County was a bit challenging. I was even at the position of dropping out of school when I was in grade 10 because of that. So my parents could not afford to pay the fees any longer. When I started my education, it was very tough because at some point in time I would enroll and sometimes I have to drop out because my parents could not afford the funds to keep me at the school. In the community where I live by then, bulk of the children, they never really had that value attached to education. And everyone was living below the poverty line. Imagine by then to just live on $1 a day was it kind of was strenuous situation. But the hardest part at that time was when I lost my mother. I just woke up one morning without any doctor report that she was sick, and then I just found her dead in here. It even got me distracted to the point that I never wanted to focus on education anymore. For me, that's one of the most difficult things I ever faced in my life. I'm Liberian, and I'll be pursuing Master of Science in Food Security and Community. The Mastercard Foundation Scholarship in itself, I think that it's a form of give back where you acquire a certain level of education, you go back to make your community better. I think the orientation really helped me to expose some other value that I have within me, which is the ability to really work with others to think out of the box and produce some other results when they are needed. So it was really, really helpful for me. On a full-time basis, we have 7 staff, and outside of that, on a part-time basis, we have a total of 23 staff that are distributed across the 5 counties that we operate in currently. Entrepreneurship in itself in contemporary Liberia is not a knowledge that you can just find anywhere. If you look at all of the rural communities, poverty is really high. So we try to integrate a pay-as-you-go model that enables community, particularly households, to pay into installment. So instead of paying at once, you are able to pay into installment over a period of 1 year.
So during the dry season, you will see there will be a lot of shortage in food. But one of the challenges we really face is the issue of the irrigation. Because they got another water pump machine, but it use gasoline, it use fuel. So it can sometimes be costly for the farmer to get money to buy gasoline and then support the farm. So it's really, very challenging.
So this is the SF2 future pump. It is a surface water pump machine, and the panel also has a power cable that connects directly to the system. Directly take the water from the source, and then it passes through this machine, and this one is the outlet that enables us to supply the water directly into the field. For this one, the capacity supplies up to 2.5 acres of farmland. That's the capacity of this one. So what this means that if you are a farmer and then you have 2.5 acres of land during the dry season, you are able to cultivate and be able to have constant production within the dry season. So Jacqueline has been involved with small business. She's been involved into the trading of just those small commodity. You see, like, these are certain products. Yeah, but over the past, the challenge she faced at the time was that when it's normally dark, like is the case across most of the rural community, life often comes to a standstill. So businesses will not operate, even students will not study anymore, and households just get into the dark thinking about what to do next. That's the kind of reality Jacqueline was faced with. She will only operate her business for part-time of the day, and then during the night hour, it's closed because of the issue of electricity. So when we encounter her, she strongly expressed interest that our product will be a kind of game-changing movement for her. So that's how we were able to install it. So till now, she's able to operate some part of the night with her product getting customers. So that has really helped us with double of income compared to what it was in the past.
I would like to see Eco Energy giving in terms of lighting system, especially in the remote part of Liberia, because there is where we face challenges when it comes to electricity.
My name is Ipengilia Firoya Kemu Ungeboise, and I'm the principal of Shepherd Elementary and Junior High School out here in Montserrat County, Louisiana Township. And we provide quality education for children from marginalized homes, children from broken homes, and needy children across Liberia. So the importance of electricity cannot be overemphasized. And we need electricity to function. You cannot run a school, students have to study in the night. And we live in the forest. It's pretty dark in the night and gets scary and everything. So I cannot even tell you how important having electricity is. And electrical energy has been very, very instrumental in helping us. So our students get access to electricity at some point to be able to study. And interestingly, many of them had not seen solar power prior to this. They did not even know that, you could get energy without a generator. So having to see the installment of the solar plates and seeing energy from the sun and trying to explain that concept to them has been very important. But mostly seeing a Liberian working in this field and knowing that this person has come back to give to the community has also been very instrumental to us.
iCampus Liberia, for short, is Liberia's first innovation and co-working space that is focused on technology, entrepreneurship, and inclusion. So Nelson Kuliswa is one of the beneficiaries of our Liberia MSME Growth Accelerator program. I think one of the things we look for in these businesses is the passion of the founder or the CEO. And I think that's one thing we saw in Nelson, the passion he had for his business. If we support someone who has that drive and passion to scale and grow, that would be beneficial, not just only to him, but also to other young Liberians, women, and also the general public. And I think, clean and renewable energy is going to be one of the next big things in Liberia in the next decade or so. So to see them, serving as an industry leader at the very local age, at some point they're going to be big players within the energy sector in Liberia. And we can only hope for them to grow further.
For me, I believe that Africa or Liberia's problem can basically be solved by ourselves. There are a lot of talents we have. We only need to unlock those potential that they have for them to grow. So over the next few years, we'll be also trying to set up a lab that will enable most young people to come around to just understand our continent in general and how we can all co-create solutions that can address the problem Africa is facing. My definition of a transformational leader is that person that is able to work closely with the colleague to impact the lives of people who deserve certain solutions when they are needed. You are not only focused particularly on your team alone to ensure that they are giving results, but you are also ensuring that while they are also delivering results, those results can also have a positive impact on the lives of people that deserve them. So we want to ensure that over the next 5 years, we can reach additional 100,000 households across Liberia. That is what we hope to achieve.